Chicago Fire star returning after season 13 exit. A Chicago Fire star may have left the series at the end of season 13, but they're preparing to come back in a smaller role in upcoming episodes. The actor recently shared a behind-the-scenes look from the set announcing their return. TV Line reports that Daniel Carey, who left Chicago Fire as a series regular alongside Jake Lockett at the end of season 13, will be returning. A post on the actor's Instagram story showed him on the set with Jocelyn Houdon, Lizzie Novak, and Hanako Greensmith, Violet Mamaki. Back. For a limited time only, Kyrie wrote on the picture. Kyrie joined the cast of Chicago Fire as firefighter candidate Darren Ritter from Engine 51 in 2018. He had a recurring role in seasons 7 and 8, going on to become a main cast member for seasons 9 to 13. His character Ritter joined the firefighting crew as a replacement after Barnes was fired for disrespect and was openly gay, dating officer Dwayne Monroe in season 12. Although Kyrie won't be returning as a main cast member, the series didn't formally write him out at the end of season 13, setting up several opportunities for him to return. Chicago Fire showrunner Andrea Newman talked about Kyrie's departure, hinting at his possible return. "We're going to play with all this and see what we get and how much time we get with Daniel, who we love, and the character, who we love," she revealed. Along with Carey, Jake Lockett will also be departing the series as a regular after season 13. Lockett portrayed Sam Carver, a rival of kids who develops a romance with Violet, Hanako Greensmith, throughout season 12. He had a recurring role in seasons 11 and 12, and was upgraded to a main cast member in season 13. The latest season of Chicago Fire aired its final episode in May, hinting at upcoming layoffs for the fire department, which will likely be the explanation for why certain characters aren't returning. It wasn't even done intentionally for that, but because it's so in the zeitgeist, people coming in and gutting departments and gutting places, it's very real to the CFD, Newman added. Chicago Fire showrunner teases season 14 shakeups. In May, Chicago Fire and other One Chicago Universe series were given the green light for new seasons by NBC. But they came with a pretty big catch: budget cuts. It was reported that cast members were expected to forego annual raises and that the upcoming seasons would have shorter episode counts. Newman revealed how season 14 of Chicago Fire is shaping up in light of these upcoming changes. "We're going to have a lot of turnover," she shared. "And a lot craziness going on in the CFD from the top, where people are being cut and moved, and everything's going to get shaken up next season." Exactly how big Ritter's return in season 14 will be, or if any other former cast members will make a comeback, has not been revealed at this time. When it comes to Chicago Fire, one thing is certain: the heat never stops. And just when fans thought they had seen the last of a beloved character, the Windy City's most heroic firehouse is about to welcome back a familiar face in what promises to be one of the most emotional and game-changing returns in the series' history. After months of speculation, swirling rumors, and cryptic social media teases, it's official. Jess Spencer is returning to Chicago Fire as Matthew Casey. Yes, Captain Casey is back, and not just for a cameo. The return no one saw coming. When Jess Spencer left the show in season 10 to spend more time in Oregon with his character's love interest, Sylvie Brett, fans were heartbroken. Casey's exit marked the end of an era. As a founding member of the series and one of its moral compasses, Casey's presence was sorely missed at Firehouse 51. But recent reports confirm that Spencer has signed on for a major arc in the upcoming season, potentially rejoining the cast full-time. According to sources close to production, the decision was kept under wraps for months to maintain the surprise. Filming for his return scenes was done at night, and under heavy security to avoid leaks. So why now? A source says there's been a shift in the show's long-term storytelling. They needed a cornerstone character to ground a massive new storyline, and no one fills that role like Matt Casey. Brett C. Regnites. Of course, one of the first questions fans are asking is, what does Casey's return mean for Brett? After a romantic reunion and a long-distance relationship, Brett eventually moved on, marrying a fellow paramedic in a heartfelt ceremony at the end of season 12. Though fans had mixed emotions, many felt the chapter between Casey and Brett was officially closed. In the final scene of the season 13 premiere, a shadowed figure was shown watching Firehouse 51 from across the street, the silhouette unmistakably resembling Casey. The episode ended with no explanation, leaving fans to speculate wildly. Now that his return is confirmed, insiders say the writers plan to explore a complex, emotionally charged arc between Casey and Brett. According to one source, it's not just about romance. It's about choices, timing, and the ghosts of what could have been. A new role at 51. When Casey left, Chief Bowden made it clear that his door was always open. But now that Kelly Severide has stepped into a leadership position and grown into the role, Casey's return raises some tough questions. Will Casey reclaim his captain's badge? Or will he return in a new role altogether, possibly higher up the chain of command? One rumor suggests that Casey has been offered a position as Deputy District Chief, and part of his arc involves deciding whether to stay behind a desk or return to the gritty, high-stakes action of the firehouse floor. His struggle to reconcile his identity as a firefighter with his new perspective after time away is set to be one of the season's major emotional backbones. Reunion with the team. The dynamic between Casey and the current crew will also see major shifts, with several new additions to Firehouse 51, including up-and-coming firefighter Lennox Cruz. Played by newcomer Rio Gutierrez, Casey's return may not be entirely welcomed. Cruz, who was recently promoted to acting lieutenant, feels he's finally stepped out of Casey and Severide's shadows, and Casey's sudden reappearance threatens that. Meanwhile, longtime friends like Mouch, Herman, and Bowden are overjoyed to have him back, setting up a tug-of-war between nostalgia and progress. Casey's return throws everything into chaos, in a good way, said showrunner Andrea Newman. It forces every character to reevaluate where they are and who they want to be. A tragic catalyst? Some fans are speculating that Casey's return is tied to a major tragedy set to strike in the early episodes of the season. A mysterious explosion hinted at in the season trailer leaves a critical member of the team hospitalized, and rumors suggest Casey may be involved in the investigation or even be a witness. Could it be that he witnessed the event in Oregon and followed the trail back to Chicago? Or, as some fans believe, did he never truly stay away? A popular fan theory circulating on Reddit posits that Casey has been quietly assisting Bowden and the CFD on high-level cases off-screen. If true, it would mean he's been part of the story all along, and we're only now seeing the full picture. What this means for the future of Chicago Fire. Bringing back Jesse Spencer signals more than just a temporary ratings boost. It's a recommitment to the heart of the show. As Chicago Fire heads into its 14th season, Casey's return gives longtime fans a reason to believe that the show is honoring its roots while continuing to evolve. And with Taylor Kinney's status as Severide still considered fluid by network execs, having Casey back could provide narrative stability, or light the fuse for an epic rivalry if their visions for the team don't align. One more twist. While the press release confirms Jesse Spencer's return, there's a cryptic teaser that hints he's not coming back alone. Who is this mysterious character joining him? Speculation ranges from a new recruit he's mentoring to a surprise reappearance of a past cast member. Gabby Dawson, anyone. The only certainty is that Chicago Fire is firing on all cylinders this season. So get ready. The sirens are wailing, the flames are roaring, and Captain Matt Casey is once again walking through the doors of Firehouse 51, bringing with him a firestorm that could change everything.